Valentine's Day is usually a day that people either love or hate because it's mostly targeted just towards people that are within relationships. This can place a lot of unnecessary pressure in that part of your life when it might not be your focus right now. Valentine's Day can be the perfect time to show yourself the love that you deserve. Even if you are in a romantic relationship, the most important relationship that you have is with yourself because it's the longest one that you'll ever have. You'll only ever just be with yourself. People will come and go in your life, but you're always gonna have yourself. So it's important to keep that relationship healthy, steady, and consistent. If the relationship that you have with yourself is not the best, then how can your relationship with other people be the best? The nature of Valentine's Day teaches us that we need to rely our self-validation and self-worth on the validation of someone else, and that this holiday cannot be happy for those who do not have the validation of other people. Disregarding the holiday in general, this video can be used all year long because self-love is important all year round. If we're always relying on someone else's validation to make us happy, we're never going to truly be happy because it's not consistent. Even if that person stays with us for the rest of our life, it's still not coming from within. When the love and validation for ourselves comes from ourselves, it's much more consistent and no one else can take that away from us. Also, the way that you view and treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. If you take yourself out, give yourself the love that you deserve, and prioritize yourself, others will not only know that this is the standard for you, but they won't treat you with less respect and less love if they actually really care about you, because they know that you're not gonna take that. For example, if you already consistently buy yourself flowers as a form of self-care and showing yourself some love, people that come into your life are gonna know, okay, this is the standard. What can I do to go above and beyond this? They will know that you don't take bare minimum and that you deserve what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, and not just what is the easiest thing to do to show someone else love. There's so many different ways to show yourself some love, but I feel like sometimes we overlook taking ourselves on dates. Even if we are in a romantic relationship, it still can be nice to spend that quality time with yourself because, like I said before, like, it's the longest relationship you'll ever have and the most consistent one too. Plus, I know personally I love spending time alone. I mean, I love spending time with other people, but my alone time is really important to me. And I know personally I really do prioritize quality dates, whether that's with a partner or spending time with myself. So I'm gonna go through a list of 50 different solo date ideas that you can try. You can even try these with a partner too, since Valentine's Day is coming up, but they are things that you can also do with yourself. And while I go through these solo date ideas, I am going to be trying this iconic Valentine's Day makeup by one of my favorite makeup artists, Leilani Green. I'll put a picture of the makeup on the screen. Let's get started. Okay, so I already prepped my skin with skincare, but first I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Filter in shade 2. For each step of the makeup routine, I'm not going to explain each and every product, but I will show them, and if you have questions, you can let me know. And if you see me looking down, I have a mirror right here, so I'm not like looking away from the camera. So the first solo date idea that you can do is you can take a nice bath. And I talked about this more in depth in my other video, but there's so many different ways that you can customize this bath to make it more relaxing for you. You can make it pretty and add some crystals around the tub. Or you could play relaxing music, light a candle or incense, or you could read in the tub. There's so many different ways that you could customize it. You don't even have to do any of that fancy stuff. Literally just sitting in a warm tub is so relaxing, especially this time of year. Helps relax my joints and my muscles when I feel like I'm always stiff during this season because I'm freezing. The next solo date idea is trying a new fancy restaurant by yourself, or even just any restaurant. It could even be your favorite fast food place or something. It really does not have to be fancy. I only said fancy because usually when we take ourselves out to eat, we try to think of places that are the most convenient price-wise and stuff like that, and I totally get that with budgets and things like that. But if you normally save up monthly or something like that to go to a fancy restaurant with family or friends or even your partner, maybe instead you can put that money towards a solo date, and instead with those people that you usually spend that time with, you can do more inexpensive or free dates with them. Because solo dates don't have to require spending money. There's so many different things that you can do either at home or for free. There's some of that stuff on this list too. The stuff on this list is not just things that you have to either purchase or go somewhere to do. There's things that you can do in the comfort of your home. You could take yourself to a cafe. You could try a drink that you've never tried before or get the one that you usually do. You could try a new baked good. Also, you can bring a laptop or a book to read and you can get some work done or read a new book or learn something new. Or instead of a regular cafe, you can go to a cat cafe. I know when I go, I don't even like get a drink usually. I mean sometimes, but usually I just go to spend time with the cats. Speaking of spending time with animals, going to an animal sanctuary or visiting a farm, I feel like visiting those and spending time with those animals is also a great way to spend time with not only yourself but connect yourself more with nature. You can go to a bookstore and you could either buy yourself some books, or you could just look around and make a to buy list, or even just look around. I know that some bookstores are connected to a cafe, so you can even buy a book and you can go read it in that cafe. Speaking of books, you can buy yourself a journal and you can start journaling journaling, or if you already do journal but you just haven't been the most consistent with it, you can buy yourself a cute journal so that maybe that would motivate you more. Also, you can try different journaling techniques. One that I personally like and I feel like is not only easy to do but is really helpful to look back at is making a gratitude list. Even if that list is just 1 or 2 things that you know make you feel better throughout your days or that you're grateful that you're able to have. Whenever you're in not so good situations, it can help you to look back and look at whatever situation you're in with a little bit more perspective. You can also cook or bake yourself your favorite meal or snack, or you could try a new recipe. Or if you literally have no idea how to cook or bake, you can learn. Another way to learn is to take a cooking class. Or if you don't have that available near you or you don't want to pay for it, you can spend time with a friend that knows how to cook, or even one that doesn't. You could like try to learn together with like YouTube videos or something like that. It's definitely not technically considered a solo date, but doing it by yourself can make it that way. So for this makeup look, I definitely want it to be blush heavy because it's like pinky Valentine's Day makeup, and I want it to kind of connect into the pink eye look. So I'm going to be doing different layers of blush. I'm just going to do like 2 now and some more later. Also, along with cooking, you can do something that'll definitely be a helper for you and make you feel better in the days or the weeks to come, and that is to meal prep and meal plan. Making yourself those meals in advance can be pretty therapeutic just to cook in general, but also when you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I already have all this stuff pre-chopped for myself, it's really helpful. I know that that's like technically more of a chore. Some of this stuff is like chores, but like you can turn it into a solo date. I don't like, some of this stuff is just things to do that could make you feel better in the future that you do by yourself, and some are more like date-ish. You know what I mean? Another thing that you could do for yourself as a solo date is to take yourself out to either get a facial or a massage or even just a manicure pedicure. I know sometimes when you're used to getting these things done, especially like a manicure and a pedicure, it can kind of seem like more of a chore to do, but I mean, we are so lucky to even be able to do that. So romanticizing the things like that, being excited for it, I mean, like most people are, but it can just make the experience like so much better. And trying new nails for the season, or even trying new things, like if you've never gotten a facial or massage before, that could be fun. But if you don't want to take yourself out to get a facial, or you're just trying to save more money, you could do a solo spa day. Use the products that you already have, do a face mask, or even just use your favorite products. Give yourself a facial massage. You could even look up how to do it online. There's a bunch of different estheticians and washout experts out there who can show you how to do that. Give yourself a mani and a pedi. Take a bath, like I said before. There's absolutely so many different ways that you can customize this spa experience, this at-home spa experience for you, because there's so many different things that this could mean to you. Even things like waxing yourself, self-tanning, like there's unlimited things. Another thing that's usually considered taboo to do only by yourself is to go see a movie. But I mean, even when you see movies with other people, you're usually not talking. And if you are, it's usually considered an inconvenience to either you, to the other person, or just to the people around you. While it's nice to see movies with other people, it could just be fun to do it by yourself, especially if other people that you hang out with don't want to see that certain movie. Or if seeing movies really aren't your thing, if you have it in your area, you can even go see a comedy show or a slam poetry show. Those can be really fun. I've never been to them before, but I definitely do want to go eventually. Another thing that you could do is you can go on a solo trip by yourself. This could be a trip around your hometown, to a nearby city, or even like a full-on different country. It all just depends on what you want to do, what you're financially able to do. I think sometimes that change of scenery can get you out of your head and can make you feel more present. And also it could be fun to do it by yourself first, because I know that personally when I'm in new environments, I get very overstimulated easily. I mean, I usually do just in general, but if I know that I'm adventuring the area first by myself, going there again with other people will be much less intimidating and overstimulating for myself, because I know the area a little bit more and know kind of more what to expect and how it'll affect my nervous system. And maybe I can even give them a cool recommendation of something that I visited while I was in that area. Another thing that you can do in the comfort of your own home is you can get ready. And I don't just mean like regularly getting ready for the day, but I mean like getting ready to do nothing, getting ready just for yourself, getting ready to try a new makeup look. Literally like what I'm doing right now. Like right after I'm done filming this, I'm literally just getting in the shower, taking off my makeup and going to bed. But it's not only the process of getting ready, whatever that means to you, that feels good, but also like looking cute for yourself. Because I know personally when I get ready for the day, no matter if I'm going somewhere or not, I always do it for myself because it makes me feel good. And on the days where I put a little bit more effort into my appearance, it definitely does make me feel better than days where I don't. So making a day or making a morning or a night out of doing that for yourself can be really fun. Speaking of getting ready and doing your makeup, you can try a new makeup look by yourself. Instead of trying trying a new makeup look. You can even try a new hairstyle, or if you're not really into that kind of stuff, just trying anything new with your style or with your appearance, because it definitely can make a difference in how you're feeling, and it can be really fun to do with yourself. Or something that costs a little bit more money is you can take yourself to the salon, get a new hair color, or even just get a new cut. Also, you could have them style your hair. I'm going to be using the same Kosas concealer as before for the cut crease. Another really nice solo date idea is to go on a picnic by yourself. I know it's definitely not picnic weather right now, but if you bundle up and go to a nearby park or something, it definitely could be. Or even just go outside in your backyard or whatever space that you have that's near your home. Another cool solo date idea that I've never really thought of before, but I found it online, is you can get permanent jewelry done. I've definitely seen people do this like with your best friend or as a couple, but I've always wanted to get permanent jewelry done. I definitely will be trying that in the future. Another solo date idea that you can do is you can go to either a museum or an art gallery. Like I said before, this can widen your perspective on the world. You could go to a park and enjoy nature, or just like go outside into nature at all. Our bodies were meant to be in nature, which I know I talked more about in my last video, but staying connected to nature connects yourself more to yourself, because we are nature. Another idea that you can do as a solo date is you can take yourself to a workout class or a yoga class, or you can even work out, do yoga or stretch at home. Or instead of workout classes, you can take a dance class, which is pretty much just a workout class. Staying on the trend of talking about exercise, you could go for a run, or you could even join a marathon, because even though you're not like alone, you're still surrounded by people. You're gonna feel so accomplished after. And solo dates sometimes aren't always meant to feel super relaxing. Sometimes it's working towards something to make yourself feel accomplished and prove to yourself what you can do. Another thing, you could paint, or if you don't really know what to paint but you know that you want to paint, I've seen people painting the outside of like a bikini box, and by the time that you're done painting it during the season, maybe it'll be ready for summer when you'll be wearing those bikinis. Another thing, you could make a vision board, whether it's on paper or it's digital, and this doesn't have to be during New Year's either. You can do this literally any time of year. Doing that with friends is fun, doing that with a partner is fun, but I feel like doing that alone, you can really like pinpoint exactly what you want in this vision board and to stay true to what you really are feeling. Another thing that you can do by yourself is complete that one thing on your to-do list that you've been putting off. And you're probably like, how is this a solo date? Okay, it maybe is not. But if you're like, oh, I can't go on a solo date, I don't have time, I have to do this, I have to do that. Do those things so that you're able to go on that date, if that's the only thing stopping you. I mean, obviously there's like usually other things stopping you, but if certain chores or things like that is what's stopping you, just do it if you're able to, so that when you're on your solo date, you're more present and you're not like, oh my gosh, when I go home I still have to do this, this, and this. Another solo date idea, I know I already mentioned going outside and spending time in nature, but you can go hiking, or on a completely different spectrum, you can go to a concert, or even just like blast your favorite music in your car or in your home. Going to a cute flower shop and buying yourself some flowers, or if you're not really a flower person, you can go to a plant shop. Flowers are nice, but I personally love buying myself a succulent plant. Plus, taking care of that plant will symbolize taking care of yourself and maybe inspire you to take care of yourself a little bit more too. It doesn't even have to be flowers. You can just get yourself a gift that you usually would like expect from a partner to give you, if that makes sense. Like a box of chocolates or something like that. Because like, you don't have to wait for someone else to do it. Even if you are in a relationship, if you live near a beach or you're visiting one, you can spend the day at the beach, rest, eat, play mermaids, snack on stuff, listen to music. There's endless things that you can do. Even just like take a nap in the sun. Don't forget to wear SPF though. Oh, and you can look for shells too. I love doing that. You could even like create a collection of shells to keep in your room in the future, or even to like make some jewelry. Something that could be fun to do by the beach, or even just like wherever you live, is you can wake up early to watch the sunrise, or stay outside to watch the sunset. I like doing this with other people, but I feel like watching either one of those by yourself just makes you either start the day right or end the day so right. Especially just, it clears your mind and it makes you so much more present since you're focusing on looking at the beauty of nature. Another solo date idea, I don't really know if this is a solo date idea because technically you're with whoever you worship if you do, but you could have a solo prayer session, or if that's not really your thing, you could have a meditation session, manifestation session. You could just do whatever makes you feel more connected spiritually if that's your thing, or you could even try new breathing exercises. But another thing that you can do with yourself is you can either recite some positive affirmations, or you could even like write them down on post-it notes and put put them around your home. Or you could try some grounding exercises by yourself. Usually I like my makeup looks on the glowy side, but I was just feeling matte for this one, especially since I was baking. If it's available to you, you could either go on a meditation retreat, or if you're not able to do that, like I said before, you can take yoga or meditation class, or even just like follow a meditation tutorial online. You could go thrifting. This could be really fun, or even just like shopping in general, because I feel like whenever I go shopping with other people, I feel so pressure. I feel like I have to rush myself, but when I'm by myself, I don't feel that pressure as much. I feel like I can just like take my time, and if I don't find anything, also I feel like it's not really as much as a burden. Like I mentioned before, you can go to a plant store, or you could learn a new skill. I've been seeing a lot of people crocheting lately, so you can learn how to do that. Just like getting ready and doing your own makeup and hair at home to make yourself feel cute. You can try on new outfits or try on things that you already have, but like mix and match things that you've never worn with each other before. It might come out ugly, but you also might create new outfits that you would never think to style like that together. For this look, Leilani didn't really line her lips. They kind of looked just like pinky and glossy and more natural. So I'm going to be using 4 different lip products and no lip liner like I would usually. The second to last thing that you can do with yourself is to organize your space. This can usually take a few days or more. So romanticizing the entire thing and making it feel like extra time that you have with yourself to enjoy your own time. And then the last thing that you can do, which personally I feel like this is my favorite, especially since it takes like little to no money, is you can write yourself a love letter. This is so versatile. You can write yourself a normal love letter, a manifestation letter, a letter to your 1-year older self, to your 5-year older, 10-year older. Like there's so many different things that you can do, and I feel like speaking these words out loud to yourself with the positive affirmations and writing these positive things about yourself to yourself. I hope this video not only gave you some solo date ideas, but also told you some ways that you can better love yourself. Or if anything, hopefully taught you a new perspective on what loving yourself really truly means. Thanks for watching. Bye!